Be ready. Start. As soon as assent is given by the President to the law passed by the Parliament, it becomes law. Commencement of the Act may be expressed in the Act itself, namely, from the moment the assent was given by the President and published in the Gazette, it becomes operative. The operation may be postponed, giving power to the executive or delegated legislation to bring the act into force at a particular time unless otherwise provided. The Central Act came into operation on the date it received the assent of the President and shall be punished in the Gazette and immediately on the expiration of the day preceding its commencement it became operative. Therefore, from the midnight on the day on which the Central Act was published in the Gazette of India, it became the law. Admittedly, the Central Act was assented to by the President on 9/9/1976 and was published in the Gazette of India on 10/9/1976. This would be clear when we see the legislative procedure envisaged in Articles 107 to 109 and assent of the President under Article 111, which says that when a bill has been passed by the House of the people, it shall be presented to the President, and the President shall either give his assent to the bill or withhold his assent therefrom. The proviso is not material for the purpose of this case. Once the President gives assent, it becomes law and becomes effective when it is published in the Gazette. The making of the law is thus complete unless it is amended in accordance with the procedure prescribed in Articles 107 to 109 of the Constitution. Equally is the procedure of the state legislature. Inconsistency or incompatibility in the law on concurrent subject by operation of Article 254 clauses 1 and 2 does not depend upon the commencement of the respective acts made by the Parliament and the state legislature. Therefore, the emphasis on commencement of the act and inconsistency in the operation thereafter does not become relevant when its voidness is required to be decided on the anvil of Article 254(1). Moreover, the legislative business of making law entailing with valuable public time and enormous expenditure would not be made to depend on the volition of the executive to notify the commencement of the act. Incompatibility or repugnancy would be apparent when the effect of the operation is visualized by comparative study. The word made in Article 254 is relevant only to identify the law, that is, the parliamentary law or the state law, and has nothing to do with the point of time for determination of repugnance. According to the learned counsel, a decision by a court on the question as to whether any state act is repugnant to a central act can be made only after both laws have been brought into force, for the simple reason that the very object of determination of repugnance between two laws by a court is to decide and declare as to which one of the two laws has to be obeyed, or, in the language of Article 254, which of the two laws shall prevail. Therefore, according to the learned counsel, the very text of Article 254 makes it clear that a declaration of Repugnance by a court presupposes both laws actually being in operation. That though the term employed in Article 254(2) is a law made by the legislature of a state, it actually refers to a stage when the law is still a bill passed by the state legislature, which under Article 200 is given to the governor for his assent. According to the learned counsel, the phrase law made would also include a law which is brought in force. In this connection, it was submitted that if a petition is filed before a court to declare a state law void as being repugnant to parliamentary law which has not been brought in force, the court would reject the petition as premature, as repugnancy cannot arise when the parliamentary law has not even been brought in force. Bringing into force or commencement of the Central Act was irrelevant in considering repugnancy under Article 254(1), and that the repugnancy arose when the state law came into conflict with the enactment of the central law, even when the central law is not brought into force in the state of Kerala. That under Article 254(1), the repugnancy of the state law to the law made by the Parliament is to be considered with reference to the law made. The words law made have reference to the enactment of the law. In this connection, it was pointed out that the words law made have been used at 7 places, but there is no mention to the commencement of a law in Article 254. Thank you.